ลำดับต่อไปดิฉันขอกราบเรียนเชิญคุณกีตาร์ ซาบาวาผู้ประสานงานสหประชาชาติประจำประเทศไทยขึ้นกล่าวถ้อยแถลงในครั้งนี้ Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome Ms. Gita Sabharwal, UN Resident Coordinator in Thailand, to deliver her remarks. A big round of applause, please.
Your Excellency Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, Honorable Minister Varavot Silpa-acha, Kun Supachai Chiravano, business leaders, UN colleagues, it's an honor to address you today. The world is facing unprecedented crises, from surging food and energy costs to mounting debt and global health concerns. The recent floods in Thailand are a stark reminder of the devastating impact of the triple planetary crisis of climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. These are unfolding against a backdrop of fiscally stressed governments, with the private sector holding back on scaling up investments. However, there is cause for hope if we take action now, as the Secretary General told us at the UN Day last week. Your Excellency, these are challenging times, but I see great potential for transformative change in Thailand, especially when we all demonstrate leadership and work in solidarity. During my recent interventions at the UN General Assembly, I highlighted Thailand's strong fundamentals on sustainability, guided by the sufficiency economy philosophy, the BCG model, and the SDGs. Having worked closely with business leaders and government, I have seen firsthand their innovative thinking, and in many ways, genuine commitment to sustainability, which can enable Thailand to address these challenges and also find opportunities in a changing world. Equally vital is the role of the Global Compact Network Thailand, a platform to leverage private sector leadership to invest in cleaner technologies, optimize resource use, increase responsible investment, and promote circularity to accelerate the green transformation that the government is committed to. Today, I want to highlight three themes. First, global leadership includes the private sector's central role in making SDGs a reality. I've just come back from Mae Hong Son, where I saw public-private partnership in action. The private sector is working together with the Ministry of Public Health and the UN in ensuring safe births for ethnic minorities through traditional birth attendants and frontline health workers. The private sector is also showing great leadership on climate action, with most of the GCNT members committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. Starting last year, the private sector, as Kun Supachai just mentioned, has reduced its carbon emissions by 8 million tons, amounting to nearly 2% of the country's GHG emissions. They're also taking steps to ensure that operations support no net loss in biological diversity of species, ecosystems, and genetics. As a result, the GCNT can be a champion, not only on climate action, but on the preservation of nature as well, hopefully very, very soon. As top businesses, we, the United Nations, count on your leadership. Second, raising ambition is very necessary to unlock sustainable financing from domestic financial markets. According to UNEP, half of global GDP is dependent on nature, and every dollar that is invested in restoration creates up to $30 in economic benefits. Your Excellency, this kind of investment becomes pronounced when the government creates incentives by defining the pathway to support a nature-positive economy. The finance sector needs to be fully engaged as we tackle these challenges in solidarity. In 2 weeks, we will be meeting with the banks, investors, and asset managers to take stock of progress on the commitments that were made last year on sustainable financing and discuss the way forward. The regulators have shown foresight by establishing a sustainable investment ecosystem, institutionalizing the one report reflecting ESG, human rights, emission reductions, while soon, hopefully, seeking to standardize the green taxonomy, which is fundamental for the stability of investments. Through a joint ADB-UN partnership, which we are hoping to finalize soon, we aim to develop a pipeline of bankable projects for waste and water management in cities across the region and in Thailand, and to mobilize $1 billion over 5 years. Transformative investments of this kind will need to follow in alignment with the principles of responsible banking and investment to seize the momentum. Your Excellency, we understand Thailand is currently seeking to raise its ambitions to reduce GHG emissions. This will truly be encouraging and demonstrate Thailand's commitment on climate action ahead of COP27. Third, the UN needs to continue engaging positively to make a difference. By leveraging our convening power and technical expertise, the UN stands as a steady partner for business and government to implement sustainability efficiently and cost-effectively. The UN, led by UNIDO, UNEP, and UN Habitat, are bringing its technical expertise in carbon and energy markets, best available low-carbon technologies, waste management assessments, and green construction. Partnerships with over 370 large and medium-sized companies are translating into greener operations and improvements in their bottom lines towards sustainable high-value growth. Similarly, the UN, led by UNDP and UNESCO, are supporting sustainable tourism and promoting the creative economy. UNDP's technical expertise, together with local communities, has protected 3 endangered species and their habitats: the eastern sarus crane, the spoon-billed sandpiper, and the water lily here in Thailand. UNESCO's Sustainable Travel Pledge, together with Expedia, has resulted in over 500 hotels in Thailand, eliminating single-use plastic products and investing in the local culture of this beautiful country. This shows that great change can result if all stakeholders work together to leave no one behind. In this spirit, young people must be brought front and center into policy agendas, and I'm heartened by the can-do spirit here in Thailand. They are making their voices heard globally through the UN Youth for Change Forum, including through the General Assembly this September. Their recommendation to the new UN Youth Office to serve as a connector between the UN, government, private sector, and civil society has already been adopted. Let me conclude now by saying the world can learn from Thailand, and the GCNT can serve as an inspiration on the global stage. Your Excellency, today's forum is an example of hope and of Thailand's continued leadership, and a chance to show that we can achieve when we work in solidarity. And we are hoping that this is showcased at the APEC and at other global platforms. Thank you for the opportunity to address you and highlight good practices as well as the key challenges that we need to urgently address. Khap khun ka.
Kun ka. Thank you very much to Ms. Gita Sabharwal.